And in total, I need about 5 teaspoons of tangerine juice. So I don't think I'm gonna need the whole thing, but let me just take a quick second here and see if I've got what I need before I move on. I would wager that that is 5, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. And then lemon. You can pretty much guarantee that a regular sized juicy lemon is gonna yield out 2 tablespoons. I mean, it's just, now and then I'll test my theory and I'll measure it, but I think this is gonna be just about what I need, 2 tablespoons. Now, any Hollandaise has egg yolks. So I have 5 egg yolks here that I've already separated, 2 tablespoons of water, and I'm just gonna get this whisked up, and I have some water in a pan here starting to form my own double boiler. Sometimes I think Hollandaise sauce can seem a little intimidating, but it's really very few ingredients and there's not much you have to do. Now, this is going right here. You gotta make sure that it's cooking low because you don't wanna scramble your eggs here. So you just wanna whisk this for about a minute, just get it frothy and get those egg yolks working for you. And I think it's perfect right now. So if I have 5 teaspoons of the tangerine juice, let's just say I put in 3 of them, which is a tablespoon. So I'll put that in, and then a tablespoon of lemon juice, and whisk this together, get that egg yolk used to having a little bit of citrus in there, and just a little bit of whisking, just enough to get it going. All right, now this whole thing goes to the blender, and it just wraps up in no time in the blender. So just bring it on over, get everything into the blender jar, and then we finish it up. Okay, so remember the tangerine zest? Well, we're putting some of that in, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, and then because we have a little bit less lemon, we need to put a little more tang in here. So I'm just putting about a 1/4 teaspoon of vinegar, just plain vinegar, and a pinch, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne, and a good pinch of salt. So with my juices, I have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice left, and remember, a total of 5 teaspoons of tangerine juice, so that means I need 2 more teaspoons here. And this should, fingers crossed, have just the right tang and butteriness and consistency. So first we want to just mix this up. And then the butter, 1½ cups of melted butter. Now if we're lucky, this is finished and perfect. Oh, fluffy and delicious. One of the most gorgeous sauces you will ever have in your whole life, Hollandaise sauce. So it's warm, and I've got a little bit of oil, which I've taken here and put in its own little container because, of course, I have salmon hands now. And then these pieces go sort of the top. This is the part I'm going to serve down. And if it doesn't all fit in the pan, then you can do it in batches. But I have a feeling I'm going to be okay here. I'm going to put this big piece right in the middle. Let's see how we're doing. Yep, I think it's going to be just fine. Now, because I want to keep the top of that salmon very, very beautiful for the presentation, because with my mom, it's all about the presentation, I am going to season with salt and white pepper the underside where the skin was. So there'll be a nice seasoning to it, but the top will look very beautiful. Perfect. Now, I don't want to do too much to mix it up here. I might just make sure that I have the oil distributed throughout the pan. So within about 30 seconds, my first piece, the thinnest piece, is ready to turn. So be very gentle, and look how beautiful it is. So I'm going to sit here manning my salmon. When we come back, I have the beautiful salad. I'm going to plate up the salmon. We have that Hollandaise sauce, and a special drink from my mom, which is soft, like her. And you're going to want to try it. It's got lime in it, another one of her favorite flavors. And the way I like to serve this, especially since there's usually a group when we're eating, is I just put all the salmon pieces on a platter. and then just douse it in a little hollandaise sauce. But of course, you have to have extra hollandaise sauce on the side, because once someone knows there's hollandaise sauce there, they're gonna want more. But it's such a beautiful presentation. Actually, I'm gonna hijack one of these pieces myself and just put it on my own plate. And so I like to serve it in some kind of a pourable boat kind of thing, but you can see the beautiful consistency here. So I can just keep it warm here on the stove and just put enough in to serve. So that's perfect. And then I have my rice salad. Thanks for watching. Hungry for more? Click here for more great recipes, and to subscribe, click here. Check back every week for more craveable recipes, leave a comment, and tell me what you think. And don't forget, head over to our other channels for Everyday Food with Sarah Carey, Martha Stewart Weddings, and the Martha Stewart channel.